Eine Person, auf die wir noch nie reagiert haben. Aber es ist mal wieder der Kanal von Greg the Set. Nämlich Andrew Tate war im Knast und hat sich brutal transformiert, Freunde. Und über diese Transformation werden wir jetzt quatschen und uns das Ganze reinziehen. Also Andrew Tate's blows up in prison. Let's go, Freunde.
Physique. He put on a ton of muscle. Guy looks absolutely incredible. He's in prison. How could he have done this? And to the opposite extent, have you seen Andrew Tate?
Er sieht gerade ein bisschen so aus wie Kolja Goldstein, Alter, mit dem Bart.
He's now got a dad bod. Look at all the body fat he's put on. And so, which is it? Well, in today's video, we're going to find out. Coach Greg, in today's video, Andrew Tate's prison physique. Have you...
Boah, was ist das für ein Knast? Ich will auch da rein, wenn man da so gut Muskeln zunimmt, Alter.
You seen it? Well, a lot of you have people begging me, do a natty or not.
Das ist jetzt die Form danach, also nach dem Knastaufenthalt. Ist jetzt nicht spektakulär, aber der war halt davor wirklich ein richtiger Lauch, athletischer Lauch.
What do you think of this? And so what amazes me is that people are on both sides of the fence. Coach Greg, have you seen his new physique? He put on a ton of muscle. Guy looks absolutely incredible. He's in prison. How could he have done this? And to the opposite extent, have you seen Andrew Tate? He's now got a dad bod. Look at all the body fat he's put on. And so, which is it? Well, in today's...
Also es könnte aber auch natürlich einfach nur Speck sein. Wobei im Knast kriegt man doch kaum was zu fressen. Okay, als Multimillionär, wer weiß, was der da für Vorzüge hatte. Ne? Vielleicht habt ihr da das beste Essen reinbekommen und hat sich da vollgefressen. Weil es steht da jetzt auch in so einem Schattenlicht. Wer weiß, mal gucken.
Video, we're going to find out. Are you doing a video on Andrew Tate on how he looks better than you? He did 7,000 whatever push-ups in jail. He's not on TRT. You did a natty or not on him. You look at his Twitter, look. They don't feel you in jail. Can we get your thoughts? First things first, let's address TRT. And so Andrew Tate went to prison, and are you telling me that it's impossible to maintain TRT or to get testosterone in jail? Does anyone think it's impossible to find testosterone while you're in prison? If you have a medical prescription for TRT and you go to prison, they're going to continue to allow you to have your prescription. Imagine, you're a type 2 diabetic, you rely on insulin, you go to prison, they don't...
Also in deutschen Knästen ist auf jeden Fall, kommt man an Stoff dran. Das weiß ich. Das habe ich schon von mehreren Leuten gehört und das ist machbar. Im geschlossenen Vollzug kriegt man eigentlich alles rein. Und ich denke mal, in Amerika kriegt man auch alles rein.
Don't give it to you. And so I'm not saying that he has to be on TRT.
Man muss so die richtigen Leute kennen und ein bisschen Geld haben, ne? Dann geht alles.
Yes or no, we don't know that for sure. But I'm not going to rule out and say it was impossible that he was able to get anabolics while in prison. Imagine, guy with millions of dollars, so many connections, you really think he couldn't have possibly got some SARMs Anavar testosterone? Well,
sagt er ja gerade selbst, ne?
Sitting in a prison cell? Of course he could. He's for sure working his ass off in jail. There's no excuse to not get in shape in jail, with the exception of lack of diet. Also, there's no real proof, but they say...
Ja gut, der ist jetzt aber auch jetzt nicht brutal in Shape. Der ist einfach nur fett geworden, hat Masse aufgebaut, ne? KFA ist auf jeden Fall fast verdoppelt.
Your testosterone levels can rise in jail or prison due to high stress nature of possible fights or stabbings. Do you really think that the inherent danger of being in potential fights, getting in physical altercations with other people, be on high alert all...
Warte mal, ich will das nochmal von vorne sehen, seine Form.
Being in potential fights, getting...
Ist jetzt nichts Spektakuläres, ne? Das einzige Spektakuläre ist einfach nur vorher, nachher. Das ist nur das einzig Spektakuläre. Ich weiß nicht, warum der im Knast war. Ich verfolge den Typen auch tatsächlich überhaupt nicht. Ich weiß nur, dass der ultra reich ist, ein brutales, reiches Leben führt. Was er so treibt und was der für kriminelle Sachen gemacht hat, kann ich euch an der Stelle, das weiß ich leider nicht. Da muss der Chat leider jetzt hier einspringen und helfen.
Altercations with other people. Be on high alert all the time is conducive to building muscle. And so let's argue that it does in fact increase.
Oh, was ist das eigentlich für ein Video? Der rennt die ganze Zeit von links nach rechts.
Testosterone. Do you not think that the negatives, the rise in cortisol, is going to offset the potential for those gains? So, really...
Ihm und seinem Bruder wurde eine Vergewaltigung angehängt, waren aber beide unschuldig, okay?
Think about it. Analyze these things. Imagine, if all you had to do was increase stress to have more testosterone grow huge, everyone in university cramming for exams...
Onkel Sharif abonniert und Protein-Picker verschenkt Angelito ein Abo. Vielen lieben Dank, Freunde, dafür.
Worrying about their girlfriends cheating on them and so on, they'd all get jacked. It's not the case. Less stress is better. The stress you want is on the muscles when you're actually in the gym trying to work out. After that, you want to relax, recover, rest, and repair.
When I was in jail, I did 7,417 push-ups.
And next
Der hat die einfach gezählt. 7.417 Liegestütze. Geil. Cyrix, Ikings und Grub Maya abonnieren ebenfalls mit Prime. Freunde, ich danke euch.
He did a whopping 7,417 push-ups while in jail. I was thinking, was that per day?
Ja, Sascha Huber macht 1000 Liegestütze in einer Stunde.
I mean, doesn't Chef Rush do 2,222 push-ups at about 2 in the morning every single day? And so in the same time, Chef Rush doing about 160 plus thousand push-ups. And so 7,000 plus push-ups in that many days, it's not actually all that many.
If you look at this photo, beefy Andrew, he still looks absolutely massive.
But then they showed a video of him in March. Look.
Oh, wie dünn der war, Alter. Richtiger Dünnlon. Ein Lauch mit Bauch, danke fürs Abo, mein Lieber.
A lot more skinny. Looked like he lost potentially 20 pounds of muscle. But then he gets out of jail and suddenly
Ich esse 5 Döner in halbe Stunde. Geil.
he's a tank. First of all, when he gets out of jail, guy is pumped up. You can clearly see his muscles are swollen. They have more glycogen. The muscles are fully loaded. And so really think of it. Do you know how easy it is to make yourself look better than you actually are? And so Andrew Tate's got the proper downlighting, pumped up, walking properly, and looks amazing. Not going to debate it. But check out this photo taken at the same time and tell me, does he look like he's put on body fat to you? And so in that photo, you can clearly see guy is above 15% body fat. You can see some love handles, fat protruding past the waistline, but he still looks good. You can clearly see he's still got the muscle, but not nearly as lean as before he got in prison. And he's puffing on that cigar, and you're looking at this, and if that's the only photo you saw, you're thinking, wow, Andrew Tate went to jail, probably ate a calorie surplus, wasn't exercising, and let his body go a little bit. And so in comparison to him shirtless sitting on that bench, look at the definition, the shreds. Look at the tricep. It hangs off him in the mirror. Guy has striations.
Boah, sieht aus wie ein durchsichtiger Schwimmer, Alter. Was erzählt er denn da? Freunde, an dieser Stelle eine ganz kurze Werbeunterbrechung. Falls ihr mich supporten möchtet und euch stabile Supplements gönnen wollt, dann besucht die Seite esn.com mit dem Rabattcode William. Sichert ihr euch immer den besten Deal, beispielsweise auf das ISO, Clear oder einen stabilen Pumpbooster. Hier Crank Pump Pro kann ich euch empfehlen. Und wenn ihr was Gutes für eure Gesundheit tun wollt, haben wir auch reichlich Vitamine wie zum Beispiel Athlete Stack. Also Rabattcode William, esn.com. Vielen Dank für den Support. Weiter geht's mit dem Video.
10% body fat. And so think of this. When you're dieting down single-digit body fat, you're going to look a lot smaller. When you're off-season on a bulk, your glycogen stores are up, you're going to look significantly bigger. And that's oftentimes why people go on a bulk. They put on all this weight. Perhaps it's 20, maybe even 30 pounds. They say, look at all this muscle I put on. Yeah, I put on a little
Diese Stimme, ne?
bit
Unfassbar.
of weight on my belly, maybe 5 pounds of fat, but the rest 15, 20, that's all muscle. No, it's not. It's mostly water, glycogen, and yes, of course, body fat with a little bit of muscle. And so you then go on your mini cut only to discover it wasn't all muscle after all. And so yes, Andrew does look a lot bigger, but he has more body fat than friggin' last time.
Bruder, der macht ein Video, das Video geht komplett viral, ne? Das wurde vor 5 Stunden hochgeladen und der Typ hat schon 200.000 Aufrufe. Und dieser Andrew Tate, der ist einfach nur fett geworden im Knast. Was für Transformation, Digga. Der ist einfach nur dick geworden. Der hat einfach im Knast gefressen, ein paar Liegestütze gemacht und das war's. Aber was gab's denn da zu futtern, Alter? Hat der Mehl gelöffelt oder was?
He's got more body fat, he's been eating more, and so he's not as lean and looks bigger. And so regardless of what you think, he's not as lean as he used to. He is under great lighting. It makes him look bigger and leaner than he probably is. But it is, in fact, noticeable. He has, in fact, gained a significant amount of body fat. He's still healthy, still in shape, close to 15%. But he's not shredded. He's not single digits. And so if you go to prison
Das triggert mich, ne? Dieses Hin- und Herlaufen von dem.
and eat in a surplus, do less cardio, of course your body fat levels are going to go up. But if you just do the minimum and don't completely give up, and you get in 1/3 the volume, you can maintain all the muscle that you want built. It only takes 1/3
Hier bei Brozep oder was? Eine Studie? Ich glaub's ja wohl
of
nicht.
the volume that you did to get the muscle you have in order to keep it. And so once you built an incredible physique, it's a lot easier to keep it. You don't have to train nearly
Thunfisch kommt, Fabian Meyer kommt auch, Freunde.
Is far. And so, for example, if you train 6 days a week to get to 200 pounds and you suddenly stop and only train twice a week, you most likely could keep 200 pounds. But if you only train twice a week to get there, you most likely would never have gotten to 200 in the first place. And so, considering that Andrew continued to do push-ups, perhaps 100 a day, probably did other various forms of cardio, perhaps pistol squats for his legs, perhaps he did handstand wall push-ups, various forms of calisthenics. Why couldn't he maintain his physique? Remember during that pandemic, many of the gyms were shut down, couldn't train for months. Did everyone lose all the muscle they built over the 20 years they've been training in the past?
Ja, für die, die kein Abo haben, die können sich die Videos im Nachhinein auf YouTube reinziehen. Für die, die abonniert haben, können sich den gesamten Stream im Nachhinein hier auf Twitch reinziehen. Der wird im Nachhinein nochmal quasi reuploadet. Formcheck. Ich poste regelmäßig aktuell Formchecks, weil ich mich gerade in der Diät befinde. Ich habe letzte Woche noch ein Bild gepostet. Hatte ich in der Story, glaube ich.
Of course not. A minimalistic training approach, just doing the basics as Andrew did, for example, push-ups, other calisthenics, that's all you need to keep the muscle that you build before heading into prison. And now that he's out of prison, muscle memory is going to occur, and so the few pounds of muscle that he did lose, it's going to come back faster than last time, probably 3 times faster. And if he goes in a small deficit, starts doing cardio, eating properly again, of course he's going to get his shreds back. And so just because you were unable to train in the best gyms in the world for perhaps 2 or 3 months, it's not going to be the end of you. Andrew Tate, perfect example of this.
He revealed how he blew up in size on Twitter. He tweeted out saying, "Diet hack, Ramadan."
Is it in fact Ramadan? Is that why he put on all this size? Of course not. You really think that fasting for perhaps 16 hours is the key to muscle growth? It's in fact the opposite. And during Ramadan, what you want to do is not train as hard. You want to just maintain the physique that you have. Perhaps.
Ja, das stimmt. Aber eigentlich sehen Subs in den USA immer so fancy aus. Die haben immer geile Verpackungen und so. Aber das, was der da hinten hat, im Hintergrund stehen, das sieht echt kacke aus, Alter.
Lower the volume to 1/3 of what you're doing. Don't go for 1-rep maxes. Don't.
Wobei diese Riegelbox hier, diese Oreo-Riegelbox und diese Birthday-Cake-Riegelbox, das sieht lecker aus.
Try to set PRs, because if you do, you're a lot more likely to get injured. Think of it. You're only eating during the night. During the day, hot sun's out, you're sweating, you're getting dehydrated. And if you go and try to train harder than last time, it is much more likely to have you injured. And so during this period of time when you're fasting, this is not the time to try to make improvements. You're simply trying to maintain what you had. Once Ramadan is over, you can get back to your old training and make the gains you needed in the gym. Considered a deal.
Guck mal, der hat auch ein Video rausgehauen vor 2 Jahren für die Jungs, die wissen wollen, wie man perfekt im Ramadan trainieren und essen soll. Interessant. Chris startet jetzt, ich glaube, diesen Samstag. Der ist bereits in London angekommen, gelandet. Ich habe gerade noch mit ihm geschrieben. Chris ist schon vor Ort.
Load month, a time to rest and recover the body. Get it mentally and physically prepared for the harder workouts that are about to come.
Look at the 2 photos, less than 1 month.
Photos. Nein, kam nicht an, Bizeps Lock. Aber danke dir, mein Lieber, fürs Abo.
For part, honestly, he has the biggest sleeper build ever. I honestly think Andrew should stay this size or even get bigger.
And so yeah, it may in fact just be a sleeper build. It could be that he put on a lot of size. It might even be that he got access
Bruder, gleich laufe ich hier auch von links nach rechts durch das Büro, Alter.
to performance-enhancing drugs following this photo. Or it could just be the lighting. We don't know. But what I do know is stop comparing yourself to other people. And considering the fact that many people are saying he looks so much better now, while others saying he looks so much worse, it can't be both. And so that further proves the point that it's based on the photo video that you're seeing. If all you saw was that photo of him standing, smoking the cigar with his stomach sticking out, you're thinking, dad bod, gained a bunch of body fat. But if you see him walking, pacing around the room, downlighting all pumped up, you're thinking, wow, incredible, look at his transformation. And so don't be fooled by what you see. Please analyze everything. Keep an open mind.
Ich habe noch ein Video rausgesucht, wo man das Ganze hier noch besser betrachten kann.
We don't know if he was on HRT. We don't know if he's natural. But does it really matter? The point is the guy kept in shape. He did the best that he could. That's all that you can ask from him. Many people wouldn't have done any of the push-ups at all. They would have just sat in their cell and did nothing. And so props to him for training harder than last time, remembering that fitness is important no matter where you are in your life. Who knows? Maybe it's even possible they smuggled in ActiBuilder or G-Test into him.
Nein!
Possibly creatine. We don't know. He may have had access to supplements. Don't know. We weren't there. How can we argue this? Interested in any of the HGLT supplements?
So, das war's. Aber Ich habe noch was gefunden, wo man noch ein bisschen was sieht von seinem Rücken. Ich weiß jetzt aber nicht, ob man da viel erkennt, Freunde.
First massage since that jail bed. I said go as...
Digga, sind das Dehnungsstreifen? Oder sind da Peitschenhiebe aus dem Knast, Digga? Was ist das?
As hard as possible. A massage will never feel that good again. Thai women have super powerful hands, stronger than 99% of Western men. Now, 6 minutes after Andrew posted this tweet, he did actually go ahead and delete this tweet. I'm unsure why.
Also das hier sieht nach Dehnungsstreifen aus hier, aber das hier in der Mitte, nein Mann, das sind keine Dehnungsstreifen, oder?
Just look at the bottom of the screen.
Also, is that lady billing you and you back and rearrange your bones? Why is it being misleading for 4 hours straight, bro? What is she doing out there, man? Bro, what the...
I have a lot of
Was ist denn da los? Der wird die ganze Zeit von einer massiert und raucht sich eine Zigarre, während er im Livestream sitzt.
muscle. It's painful to carry it around. It's a 2-hour massage. But
Can she get like a little break or like some water?
of course she gets water. She works hard. She's here every day. She loves me. She's fine. She's my best friend.
Now, Andrew would have 100% got the same lady back as his circle is tight, and like he said, she's his best friend. Guys, comment your thoughts down below in the comment section. Please either like...
Ja, na gut. Also, ich bleib dabei. Es geht da spazieren in einem guten Licht. Er hat einfach brutal zugenommen, aber ich finde nicht, dass es jetzt eine brutale Transformation aus dem Knast ist. Der hat halt ein bisschen da gut gegessen, Liegestützen gemacht, wahrscheinlich 10 Kilo zugenommen. Aber brutale Transformation ist es auf jeden Fall nicht, Freunde. Vielen lieben Dank fürs Zuschauen, Freunde. Lasst auf jeden Fall ein Abo da, um kein weiteres Video zu verpassen. Kommentiert das Video fleißig, wenn ihr Bock drauf habt. Und wenn ihr mich supporten wollt, beispielsweise ein schönes Whey-Isolat oder beispielsweise ein Whey-Protein oder einen schönen Booster, könnt ihr wie immer euch den besten die sichern mit dem Rabattcode William auf esn.com. Ich danke euch für den Support. Vielen lieben Dank, bis zum nächsten Mal. Ciao.